2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. It'll be the Nets off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Cleveland, Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. On the perimeter, Smith and Hood. And it's Sexton in at the point guard position. Clock at 4. There's Russell with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Nets.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
And that one goes long. There's Crabb with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Crabb's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now, here's Thompson. Pass to Love. Shoots over Carroll, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
That's good from Love.
So Kevin Love is 6'10", 251 pounds. He's a double-double threat on a nightly basis. He can stretch the floor from distance. He can score it from virtually anywhere. What more could you ask?
Both good from the line that time. Opening night of the regular season, blue sky for every team, Doris. Optimism is high. Players thinking about all the possibilities ahead.
No doubt. It's a time of tremendous optimism for both the teams and the fans of these teams. And the culmination of the work you put into the offseason, who's improved their skill level, who's added a dimension to their offensive game. We're all salivating for the start of this year.
Cannot wait. It's stolen by Carroll. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Crab in the corner. Here's the screen. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Now, here's Sexton. Put a screen on Carroll. The screen from Thompson. Here's Sexton. The three-pointer, no good. Brooklyn leading by 4. Russell high post. From deep. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Russell is continuing to develop that deep perimeter shot. He's got to continue to be a factor from there.
Left side, Love. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nets out in front, up 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Coming to the Brooklyn Nets in 2017, Alan Crabb saw the opportunity.
Being a Net for me, man, is just great. You know, it's good for my future. It's good for my career. I think they did whatever they had to do in order to get me. So why wouldn't you want to play for an organization like that, man?
Clearly, this team values Crabb, and Greg, what he gives them.
And no question, Crabb is a floor spacer who also defends at a high level, a versatile player.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Nance is inside along with Love. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Hill, and it's Osman in at the 2.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Hill kicks to Love. He dishes it to Korver. Nance, right side. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Nance has got his first points in this one.
Boy, Larry Nance hitting the mid-range jumper. My goodness, this young forward has done about everything they've asked him to do.
Davis sets a screen. Fareed, a screen on Hill. Harris passes to Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range, and that's collected by Love.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he can make that, but that particular distance is not his specialty.
Korver kicks to Hill. Nance sets a screen for Hill. And again, it's Cleveland.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Passes it to Davis. There's the pick. Now the pass to LeVert. Knocks down the 3-ball. LeVert's got 5.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
To the inside. Here's Love. Hill trying to break free. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Love. Harris outside. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second. Screen by Fareed. Back to Harris. Shoots over Korver. Misses off the right iron. Kicks it to Nance. And here's Hill for 3. Cans it from downtown. He's got 5.
Well, you love how Hill shoots it immediately off the pass. Just exceptional timing from the crafty guard.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Nets lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, and night after night, man, it just becomes common to watch him rip through teams, and that's exactly what we saw there in the first half.
You know, Greg, I think the thing you admire is the incredible level of consistency. This guy is a fantastic player, but he also puts in a ton of energy. Absolutely tremendous.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. And the Cavaliers were so good at so many things last season, Doris, but the defense had lapses.
Well, you could go a step further and say the defense was poor over the last couple of years for the Cavaliers. When you look at the metrics, they were bottom 3 in a lot of those metrics. This is a team that relied on its offense to win games. They made no secret about that.
Carroll is the 3 with Hollis Jefferson at the 4. Russell and Crabb are in the backcourt together, and it's Allen in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Cleveland moving it around. That ties the game. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, JR has no problem drilling a shot from that kind of range.
They set the pick. Russell with it. 8 points for him. Shot off the pick, and it's good. 2 points. Russell's got 4 points this quarter.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
It's a pick by Love. Inside. And the shot goes down. Love's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. A skill that doesn't show up in the box score, the drawing charge calls. In your opinion, there are, I'm sure, a lot that you think are the best at it.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, sometimes this comes at a cost physically that you have to be willing to absorb. I've seen Marcus Smart take a charge from LeBron James. Ooh. That's 6'8", 250-plus pounds coming at you full speed. Kemba Walker, Draymond Green. But Kevin, you know this. When you draw a charge, you have essentially given yourself an extra possession, and you've put the opponent at a detriment because it's a foul against that player who's committed it.
Means a lot. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, I think you think of the Brooklyn Nets, and though there isn't a ton of wins, I do think you see this team moving in the right direction. Yes, they only had 28 wins, finished 12th overall. But the reality is, on a night-by-night basis, this team gives great effort in the face of adversity.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Crabb. Then for the Cavaliers, David Nwaba is checked in for Rodney Hood. Osman comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Sexton. And the Nets' win total last year impressive given the injuries.
Well, Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell's injuries obviously made things difficult, Kevin. But despite it all, the Nets were more competitive than they've been the last few seasons. To me, this is an organization that has some things it can build on.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Allen, a screen on Clarkson. Hollis Jefferson passes to Russell. There's a screen. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Clarkson against Russell. Now, here's Clarkson. Left side, Love. Another three for Cleveland.
I'll tell you, tremendous concentration by Jordan Clarkson. This guy is not going to be deterred.
The third quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 12-4 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Nets trail by 5, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nance and Thompson are up front. Clarkson is out there with George Hill, and it's Nwaba in at the 3.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
The screen from Thompson. Clarkson kicks to Thompson. Nance outside. Pass to Nwaba. It's Hill on the wing. Over Russell. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Hill's got the lead up to 5 now for Cleveland. Hill against Russell. Over Hill. And it's Russell missing.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way makes that a really tough look.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. The kick out to Hill. Cleveland moving it around. And Fareed sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. Crab's checked in. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Kevin Love's checked in for Nance. Rodney Hood comes in for David Nwaba. J.R. Smith's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Hill. There's 1:38 left in the fourth. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Some changes for Brooklyn. Allen comes in for Ed Davis. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for Fareed. Nets trail by 5. Al Russell. Pass to LeVert. And here is Crabbe, covered by Hood. Now here's Crabbe. He's guarded closer over Smith. And the Nets miss again. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Passes it to Love. It's Sexton on top of the key. Love outside. And there's a foul called on Alan Crabbe. That is his first foul of the game. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Nets. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. Love right side. 6 on the shot clock. Hood kicks to Smith. Offline with his 3. Brooklyn with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're behind by 5. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Fellas?
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They trail by 4. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Russell passes to Kira. Outside, Russell. Allen kicks to Crabbe. A three-pointer, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Yeah, Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Oh, yeah, he knows what those free throws mean, right? That takes away any chance of a last-minute comeback.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.